Okay, the next question is, tell me about a time you disagreed with a decision made by your manager. How did you handle it and what was the result? Here's a good answer. In a previous role, our manager decided to prioritize a new feature for a product release, which I felt could compromise some core functionality improvements we had been working on. I believed that focusing on the core improvements would enhance user experience and reduce long-term technical debt, while the new feature seemed to have a high cost but a more limited impact. I approached the situation by gathering data on how the core improvements would improve performance and reduce maintenance costs. I also gathered feedback from our support and QA teams, who highlighted frequent user issues related to the areas we were planning to improve. With this information, I scheduled a meeting with my manager to share my perspective. I emphasized that I understood the importance of the new feature and how it aligned with our business goals, but I outlined the potential downsides of deprioritizing the core improvements. My manager appreciated that I had approached the situation constructively and with supporting data. Although the decision was ultimately made to go forward with the feature, my manager proposed a compromise where we could allocate time in the next sprint to address some of the highest impact core improvements. As a result, I felt my input was valued, and we made a plan to revisit the core improvements shortly after the release. It also strengthened my relationship with my manager, as they could see that I was invested in the long-term success of the product and willing to speak up when I believed it was necessary. Why this works? It should work well because 1. Constructive approach. Rather than resisting or disregarding the manager's decision, you took the time to analyze and thoughtfully present an alternative. 2. Data-driven thinking. By backing up your position with data and specific user feedback, you showed that your disagreement was grounded in objective reasoning. 3. Respect and collaboration. You respected your manager's decision while still advocating for what you felt was best, which shows emotional intelligence and maturity. 4. Flexibility and team focus. The compromise reflects that you are willing to adjust your approach and work within the team's needs, displaying adaptability. What you should avoid saying. 1. Expressing frustration without a solution. Avoid framing the answer as "I disagreed because I felt the decision was wrong." Instead, provide logical reasoning and data to support your view. 2. Undermining the manager. Avoid statements like, "My manager didn't understand the technical details." This can seem disrespectful and might signal that you aren't willing to work collaboratively when you disagree. 3. Presenting the situation as a win-lose. Don't imply that there was only one right answer. Instead, acknowledge the value in both perspectives. Saying something like, "I let my manager make their choice, but didn't think it was the best one," sounds dismissive and rigid. 4. Being too focused on your own solution. Avoid giving the impression that you are unwilling to compromise. Instead, highlight your openness to finding a solution that considered the needs of the team and project. Thanks for watching. For more tech interview questions, please go to bowsy8.com.